So today we're going to talk about line graphs, and line graphs, just like any graph, you need to make sure that there's a title. This one is fishing trip results, and you need to make sure that there are labels. This one labels the y-axis as the number of fish caught. This one labels the x-axis as the time. Now, most often line graphs involve the usage of time. So usually on the x-axis there's some kind of time unit of measurement. In this one we just have, the time of day: 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, and noon. So just like any other graph, we do have those y-axis, the y-axis that is vertical, that goes up and down, and the x-axis that is horizontal. The difference with line graphs is the x-axis usually involves time. Now, a couple different questions you might be asked about line graphs are: what is the range of the data? And very easily, the range is the difference between the highest data point and the lowest data point. So our highest data point here at 11 a.m. is 9 fish, and we're going to take that 9 fish and we're going to subtract it from our lowest data point, which is 4 fish at 10 a.m. So very simply put, 9 minus 4 is 5. So the range of our data is 5 fish. Now, another question you might get is how many more, or what's the difference? If you ever get questions like that, how many more or what's the difference, make sure you subtract. So for example, like, how many more fish were caught at noon, 12 p.m. than 10 a.m.? Well, at noon there was 7 fish caught, and at 10 a.m. there was 4 fish caught. So the difference between noon and 10 is 7 minus 4. That is 3 fish. So once again, if you're asked how many more or what's the difference, you're going to subtract. So range is biggest data point minus smallest data point, and if you're asked how many more or difference, you just subtract the two that they're asking about. You might also get questions like which is the most or which one's the greatest. Well, in that case, you just find the highest point on your line graph. So the most fish, or the highest amount of fish, was caught at 11 a.m. You might also get asked what's the smallest or least. In that case, you just find the smallest or the lowest point on your line graph, which the smallest point was here at 10 a.m. and there was only 4 fish caught during that time.